Guys, welcome back to channel Claire. Hope that you're doing well wherever you are in this crazy world. It's a beautiful Wednesday out, and I hope that you can get out and get some air. And it's pretty wherever you are. It's beautiful out here, so I'm gonna get out and get some air today for sure. But before I do that, I did just want to get on this video very quickly, because if you watch this channel, you know that I have been following the story with the Prince and Princess of Wales and the mysterious actions that have been taking place since the announcement of the Princess of Wales abdominal surgery and the subsequent PR rollout that we have seen via their comps team that has just really sabotaged their image, and it's not good. It's not good at all. So now we're in a situation where we're on the third, it's believed, doctored photo of the Princess of Wales. Certain media outlets are desperately trying to blame this on Harry and Meghan because everything is their fault. They are now trying to dig up old photos of Harry and Meghan that they feel are doctored to deflect from the horrific doctoring of these pictures of the Princess of Wales, who has currently not been seen since last year. And it's a big story, especially here in the United States. It's all over our news channels. So trying to deflect from their poor Photoshop fails, they are now trying to bring up pictures that they think that, well, they're saying it as fact, that were manipulated and doctored and photoshopped as a way to say, well, Harry and Meghan do it, so why can they do it and the Princess of Wales can't do it? The hypocrisy I see all online is nauseating. It truly is. I did a rant video that has yet to be up because it's still waiting monetization. It's unlimited for whatever reason, but I did a mini rant video, and if it gets approved, I'll put it up. But I just feel like the hypocrisy is at a all-time high, and I hope that people are seeing this. I hope that they see this. I see online that a lot of people are like, oh wow, this is really shitty. The same exact reporters who were trashing Meghan and Harry are now calling for stop bullying of the Princess of Wales. She's sensitive, she's fragile, this needs to stop. But at no point did they stop their constant harassing of Meghan Markle, their constant headlines, making up stuff. And I know that they lie. We know that the mainstream media lie. I saw it in the Johnny Depp case, and I'm seeing it here, and especially in this sense with the Daily Mail, okay? Because the Daily Mail has tried to pull this picture up and are saying as fact that it was Photoshop, doctored, what have you, a picture of Meghan with the birth of her kid, and she's in their garden. Harry, it's a lovely photo, black and white, beautiful. They're trying to say that it's doctored, okay? And they specifically said that the photographer admitted to doctoring or editing this photo, okay? They put words in this man's mouth. Now, just recently, he has had to come out on his Twitter account and make a video letting everyone know that, in fact, he did not touch this photo at all when it comes to manipulation. The only thing that he did was add a black and white gradient to it. So it was in color because that's how photos are shot, and then they changed it to black and white for, I'm sure, aesthetic reasons. That's the look that they were trying to go for. So the Daily Mail to just flat out fucking lie on this man's name, to try to pull Harry and Meghan into this situation and deflect off of Kate and William and the mess that they have going on. They are blatantly lying. So if they're blatantly lying in this sense, what would make me think that they haven't blatantly lied on so many other articles that they've put out about Harry and Meghan? I'm just so happy that he has come out and let it be known, you're not gonna lie on my name. I will have the video for you posted after, and I love hearing his voice. It's like so smooth, and I love the British accent. I truly do. But he broke it down. He played the audio where supposedly the Daily Mail got their source from, that he edited this picture, or doctored it, manipulated it. Let me say that. he played the clip, and at no point did he admit to manipulating this photo. So, how is the Daily Mail okay to write this article as fact? Made up lies. Simply to bring in Harry and Meghan because they're obsessed with them, because everything is their fault, and deflect from what's going on with the supposed Photoshop that the Princess of Wales did sitting up in her recovery. It's comedy watching these people. It's blatant and it's obvious, and there's a large group of people who are trying to not see what's going on. I don't know why, but it's blatant. You're being lied to. It's and it was a good word that he used. He said that it's insidious. You are being blatantly lied to. And this is just one example in this article, but it happens all the time, especially with these outlets like the Daily Mail, the Mirror, what have you. So I just wanted to touch on this because I'm so sick of everything being made to be Harry and Meghan's fault when honestly they have nothing to do with this scenario, what's going on with the Prince and Princess of Wales. They have nothing to do with it. They have not made a comment. They've also lied about that in some media outlets, saying that they've made comment. Nobody has made comment in the Montecito crew about any of this foolishness. Stop lying. I mean, I know birds of a feather flock together. You got the lying going on out of Kensington Palace. You got the media outlets lying on behalf of Kensington Palace and the Prince and Princess of Wales. This is what they do. Harry warned us that this is what they do. They were willing to lie about him. They were willing to lie for the sake of William and refuse to tell the truth for the sake of Harry and Meghan, to keep them there and to help Meghan's mental health. They stayed silent. It's crazy to watch this go down. I mean, I just saw Stephen Colbert do his opening for his show, bringing up the alleged adultery that's going on. Because that is a big, big headline that I'm seeing now, that they're blaming all of this on the fact that potentially there's some adultery going on. I'm seeing it on both sides. They're saying it from Prince William, and I've seen the stories on Princess Kate. And that the real deal is that she's not being cooperative because she found out what the fuck went down. And the name of this woman has been around for years. I've heard about this Rose Canberry, whatever. I've heard her name around for years concerning William. So, maybe one day people will get it. Maybe one day people will understand. But this has been a week of revelations for sure, and I just wish I could be a fly on the wall over in Montecito, because while they can't say it publicly, I'm sure behind closed doors the tea is piping hot. The commentary is just, ooh, I wish I could hear what they're saying, because the tables have turned. Everything that Meghan has experienced, Kate is now experiencing. It's been like a few days, not even a week, and they're calling for it to stop because she's so fragile. Yet Meghan was subjected to it for years, 7 to 8 plus years. But once the royal family gets a taste of it, just a taste of it, we're all bullies and horrible people for questioning what doesn't make sense. Okay.
Hey, I've just got back to reality from the Oscars, and unfortunately there's been an article on the Daily Mail saying that I have admitted to doctoring the pregnancy announcement portrait I took of Harry and Meghan. Apparently I was switching out trees and meadows, and I admitted to this in an episode of a podcast called Private Passions. This is crazy. I was interviewed, I think in 2022, by Michael Barkley. I'm going to play you the segment on private passions. And we were talking about the technology I used to shoot people during lockdown. Many photographers were doing virtual shoots in those days. And this is how we came onto the subject. Michael asked me a few leading questions in this interview. What I mean by leading questions, it's what some journalists do, where they make a statement as fact and they hope you respond or add something to it. I get that a lot in regards to Harry and Meghan, and I tend to swerve, ignore, try and get back on track, and say what I'm there to say rather than any sort of intrigue and gossip. And that's exactly what happened. I'm going to play you this segment.
Photography. Yeah, virtual shooting. My most well-known virtual shoot is the portrait I took of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle announcing their pregnancy. It's a very joyous image. The technology allows you to take over a phone or an iPad and they can hear my voice and I can still press a shutter and compose with ease. It's extraordinary what you can do with technology.
They weren't actually under a willow tree, but they were lying outside in a meadow, weren't they, Harry and Meghan, when you took a photograph of them?
Yeah, they were lost in their love, at home, in their garden, comfortable, celebrating new joy, new life, the fortitude of hoping for light in life after such loss that they went through with a miscarriage. So it really was a particularly joyous image to celebrate life itself.
Well,
So, how that exchange could amount to me admitting to doctoring an image is insidious and really dangerous journalism. Any mention of meadows and willow trees came out of the person doing the interview, not my mouth. I did my best to ignore it and focus on what I wanted to talk about. So to see an article saying as fact that I did what I did not do is extraordinary to me. And then to try and merge it with this current news cycle of what's happening, it's tragic to see. It was a virtual shoot that I shot on an iPad, an 8 megapixel iPad. And the only thing that was changed is the black and white color grade. That's it. And the Daily Mail and the journalist that wrote this has to be better than this. It's dangerous and unacceptable behavior.
So I'm so glad that Meghan Harriman, and I hope I pronounced his name right, came out and nipped it in the bud real quick. Harry and Meghan don't have to say a word in response to this foolishness and blatant lies, and they shouldn't. I hope they say nothing in concern of this whole scenario with what's happening out of Kensington Palace. Don't even get your hands dirty. Enjoy sitting over in Montecito and watching it from afar all go down that you knew was what was taking place behind the scenes. You tried to tell everybody what was happening behind the scenes, and now we have potentially lady number 3 potentially having issues being within the royal family, the firm. We've had Diana, we've had Meghan, and the way that they're rolling this thing out, it's potential to be Princess of Wales 2, number 3. The bigger question is what is happening behind the scenes in Kensington Palace, making the 3 top women in the royal family succumb to mental anguish. It's beyond. Yet they want to sit up and print lies. Instead of getting to the truth, they want to sit up and print lies and try to throw Meghan Harriman under the bus and fuck up his career and credibility. Just like William threw his own wife under the bus. I'm so happy that he came out and spoke quickly to nip this all in the bud. Now, will the Daily Mail print a retraction? Will they print an apology to Meghan Harriman? Probably not, because they don't do things in good faith, but they should. That would be the appropriate thing to do. He manipulated in the way that clearly the 3 photos that we've gotten out of, well, the first one was unofficial, but the 2 photos we've gotten out of Kensington Palace, they were not doctored and manipulated in that way. He changed it from color to black and white. Now, I'm sure people are going to take that and run with it. Oh my God, you changed it to black and white. That is a manipulation. Whatever. You know what the hell was going on. Don't be dense. So I'm going to leave it there. Again, I don't know if my little mini rant is going to get monetized or not. I don't know. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I am still following the situation. I do believe from here on out it's going to be very hush-hush on the Kensington Palace front, because they've done a lot. They've done a lot over the past few days that has gone awry and has made the situation even worse for them. So the best thing to do would be to be quiet. Be quiet. You already fucked it up. It's not Kate's fault, really. It's really not Kate's fault at all. It's their comps team, whoever the firm is, establishment, making these decisions, and William. That's who I put all of this on. I will see you guys in another video. Meghan Harriman has released the original photo in color that he took of Harry and Meghan. The original. There has also been originals requested from the press to Kensington Palace of the family portrait that was released officially, taken by William, and they have completely shut that down. But in this case, we see that Meghan, the photographer, was able to release it very quickly. As you can see, the tree is there. It was not added. It was not manipulated to be there. It was there. The only thing that has changed, like Meghan Harriman had said earlier, is the color gradient to black and white for aesthetic reasons. So I just love how this side of things keeps receipts, handles things very quickly, and moves on about their business and their life. And I think that this... Oh my goodness, I think that them doing this so quickly and releasing the original when the original portrait has been requested from press is just like another... It just makes the Kensington Palace look bad. Why can't you release the original? I know you don't want to, because you think that you don't owe the public anything, although you are funded by the public, which is just strange to me. But, and you expected everything from Meghan. She owed the public everything, and, you know, not to complain, but when it comes to the Princess of Wales, she doesn't owe us anything. Which, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, she does not, but why is it one way for Meghan and another for Kate? So just rounding this out, that was a new development, so I'm kind of adding it to the end of this video. But my goodness, it's not looking good for Kensington Palace and their comps PR team. Like, they did a horrible job of this.